Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm joined over the phone now by Bradley Thomason. He's the author of Potentialized. Thanks for joining us, Bradley.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And he is connecting with us all the way from Florida. And I'd say we would be jealous, but we've had some great weather here in the Madison area recently. But thank you for joining us today over the phone. So first, I just wanted to start off with, tell us about what Potentialized is all about.
Potentialized is about the idea that there is a unique potential that is within each human being that desires full expression, and that it is working towards full expression always as you and through you. And this is by design, because if you look around in nature, everything becomes what it is designed to become without struggle. And we think we're the only exception to this rule, but I would argue that we're actually not the exception. We are part of this bigger picture of how things are brought kind of to be in the world.
Very cool. And I've actually started the book myself, and it is just so interesting, and the concepts are so interesting. And so I'm excited to keep reading, and hopefully some of our viewers too will want to read the book as well. And I just wanted to ask, so what is your relationship to the Madison area?
Well, I came there for a wedding a couple years ago. My good friend Matt Demore, he is kind of a local foodie who has a company called Yum Butter.
Sure.
And I landed there, and I loved it. I thought the people were so friendly, and it was beautiful. It was July, and everything was green and lush, and everyone was outside and active, and it was just my kind of place. So I picked up and I moved.
Wonderful. So I'm sure you're excited to come back home after being in Florida.
Yes, always.
Wonderful. And so just another question about the book in particular, what made you want to write this book?
You know, it was being reflected back to me in clients and friends, a lot of them there in Madison, because I wrote it all there in Madison.
Very cool.
And there were clients I was working with and friends I was working with, and a lot of the material that I'd come to kind of develop for myself over the years as tools to help me live my potential, I started to share with friends and clients, and they started to say back to me, wow, this is presented in such a way I've never heard it before, and it's really helping me. Thank you so much. And they said, you should really find a way to write this down and share it with more people. And so after I heard that enough times, I thought, you know, maybe I should give a try at writing a book. And it really was an amazingly easy and fluid process, so it's been a lot of fun.
Very cool. And what I like about the book so far is that it's just very honest, which I know is kind of your style.
Yes, most friends who know me say they read it and they hear my voice reading it to them. So I think my personality definitely comes through. There's some self-deprecation, a lot of humor, a lot of I've been there because I
Sure.
have. You know, I've failed way more times than I've succeeded, and I just want people to know that, you know, I'm not sitting on a mountaintop saying, do this. I'm saying I've been in the trenches and failed and tried and failed again, and these are some things that I've found that help me do my best continuously.
And I think that's so great that you're speaking from experience, and that's huge. And I'm really excited too. You've got some events coming up in the Madison area so people can learn more and meet you and hear about, you know, your book. And when are those events coming up?
I do. Thank you. I'm doing my global book release in Madison, Wisconsin.
Wonderful.
I'm so happy to do it there. It is on the June 11th at the Goodman Center. And from 10 to 12, we're having a workshop. It'll be my very first workshop. And then from 12 to 1, we'll do a book signing. And then the next day, the Mystery to Me bookstore has been kind enough to allow me to come in and do some book signing there. And that's at 1 o'clock on June 12th, which is Sunday.
Wonderful. And, you know, what are you hoping people get from being a part of your workshops and hopefully reading the book?
You know, I hope they get more ease in their lives, and I hope they give themselves a break and they stop judging, you know, their value by external things like the job they have, their appearance, or the relationships they have, or, you know, but know that they are perfect just as they are because they are, and that is by design. That everyone is celebrated equally. in realms beyond ours, I would say, and that there is no judgment. And so any judgment is our own. And it's such an inhibitor to us becoming all we can be in this lifetime.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Bradley Thomason, the author of Potentialized. If you'd like to learn more, head to the book signing or the workshop coming up next week. Thank you again, Bradley, for being here. Talk of the Town will be back right after this.